Hey there, it's Coach Eric here, and today I want to talk to you about building a campfire. Um, that analogy, we'll come back to that analogy soon, but lately I've been having a more than one conversation with coaching clients about the importance of the easy run or the base pace run. Why do I need this, and how does it help me in enhancing my performance? Well, we're going to dive into that, and for that we'll come back to that analysis of the campfire. What is a base pace run? What is an easy run? So an easy run is a run where you're within your comfort zone. And if you're familiar with zones or heart rate zones, it's usually a zone 2, zone 1, very easy, light run. Or another way to judge whether or not you are running at an easy pace or in your zone 1 and 2 is roughly to say, okay, what is my race pace plus a minute to a minute and a half. So a minute to 90 seconds on top of your race pace. That is probably somewhere in the range for most people of their base pace run. So your base pace run, if you intend to run your race at 5 minutes per kilometer or 6 minutes per kilometer, then your easy run will be somewhere for your 5 minute per kilometer person will be somewhere between 6 and 6.5 minutes. So it's a very easy, gentle pace. Some people describe it as uncomfortably slow. So if you're finding that you want to speed up and you want to start rolling, then you're probably just at the right point at an easy run. One suggestion that I always give people is to say, bring somebody along on your base pace run. Invite a whole bunch of people. Just send a text to your running buddies and say, tomorrow, this is my run. I'm going to run at around about that pace. And for those of you who want to join, please join. Because a third way to judge whether or not you're running within your base pace or your easy pace is that you should be able to hold a conversation whilst running. So if you invite your buddy, you inevitably are going to chat. And if both of you can hold a conversation easily without having to stop and catch your breath after every sentence, you know that you're running at the right pace. So there's another way of trying to say, like, okay, how can I make those base pace runs? How can I really stick to my base pace runs? And why are those runs important? Well, we need to challenge the body, but we also need to allow the body to recover, right? So these easy base pace runs are very good to get rid of all the fatigue and the lactic acid and all the toxins that you may have built up from harder sessions previously. And whether that's a big hard interval set or a long run at close to race pace or even a race, those are all different. Those are all really, really heavy duty workouts, and you need a bit of recovery after that. An active recovery with a sort of a base pace run is really, really good for that. So imagine that your whole training plan is like building a campfire. And for a good campfire, you need small little twigs that are going to light up very, very fast and start the fire. You need these medium-sized blocks that kind of take the fire and keep it going, spread it, and make sure that there's a lot of heat that comes off of that. And then you need these long, really thick, smoldering blocks of wood that will kind of keep the fire going and make sure that it keeps going all night. Right? So your training sessions are a bit like that. You need those quick, high-intensity interval sets, those little twigs that will really get you going. Then you also need to build like your stamina and your medium-sized blocks. And then for your longer run, your long, slow distance runs, right? Those sometimes you're going to put in a huge effort. You're going to put in a really big block onto your campfire. And the easy runs are kind of what fills up that whole campfire. But make sure that the campfire is well supported, well rounded, easy, and can go for a really, really long time. So don't underestimate your easy runs. They're really adding to that aerobic threshold, that big foundation that you're building that allow you to then later on go hard again and to build onto those other zones. So that is a quick knowledge nugget on why easy runs are important and why base pace runs should be part of your training program, and how you can make sure that you know that you run in your easy base pace zone. Okay, make sure that you're at a conversational level. Bring a friend. Go at 60 to 90 seconds slower than your intended race pace. That's a good measure. And if you have a heart rate monitor that has heart rate zones, you should be somewhere in zone 2. It should feel almost uncomfortably easy, right? That was that for today. I hope you enjoyed that, and take that little knowledge nugget with you, and then we'll see you next time. Happy training.